Welcome back to Plant a Garden TV. How you all doing? I hope everyone is doing fine. Just giving you guys a little update on my garden. I plant a few cabbage, I plant a few collard greens. These are the cabbage right here. I plant a few pak choy. These are the cabbage. That's potatoes shooting up right there. And we in November right now, 4th of November. Yeah, all these are my cabbage right here, and these are my onions I plant, and I see they coming along. That's my turmeric, and these are my asparagus. I plant them for this year, but they come back every year. That's the good thing about asparagus. So they did not produce this year, which I know they would not produce anything this year, but they're gonna come back next year, and I believe next year they're gonna be producing. Okay, so we in November, and my pepper them still blossoming. Look at this, they're still pushing out blossom, all from the bottom. Look at this, from the bottom of the root they're still pushing out blossom. Guys, I don't know if you all watch any of my pepper videos about how to take care of pepper, but there's some instruction in those videos that tells you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We learn every day, and this channel is just to teach as much as we can and encourage people into gardening. Okay, but when you follow these steps, your pepper will produce all year long until that first frost hit them. Okay, I'm gonna show you what's going on here. This is the 4th of November, and I'm gonna be still these two pepper. I'm gonna pick them. These are bell pepper. Okay, are we in the 4th of, and it still have on pepper. Okay, so I have two nice pepper in November. I still have another pepper here, and it still have on pepper right to the top there. You see, so I know for a fact, if you listen to my videos about pepper, I was confident that my pepper gonna produce until November. I was still the first frost. I was confident because I know the steps. I know how to take care of them. I know because of experiment. All right, so I'm not just talking because I want to talk, guys. Anything I say is because I already experiment them, so I know for a fact what take place. You know, I'm still harvesting on the 4th of November, still able to pick pepper, and the pepper tree them still have on blossom. But what I'm doing now, I'm kind of walking around, because before the first frost I'm trying to get everything, because when the first frost hit, that's it. These are some beans that I leave to dry. So these are seeds, so I can get seeds from them. Okay, yeah, so I can get seeds from them, so I ain't got to buy no seeds. All right, okay, so let's go over here. These are some red onions right here. These are red onion, and these are elephant garlic. So these are garlic that grow every year in this garden, and I never know was garlic because the leaf was so flat. But because of research, I understand they are garlic. So now I transplant them over there so I can take care of them. This is another bell pepper right here. That one, we still have bell pepper. So we're gonna go right down to the bottom, guys. Right down to the bottom. Let me show you guys. This is pepper. Still have pepper. Still harvesting pepper. And we in November. Okay. These are my okra. I'm gonna do a video harvesting okra. I'm gonna do a video where I'm just harvesting seeds from out this garden. Okay. All right. So I'm walking around and I'm picking all the pepper that I can before this frost. Because a couple years it hit me and I didn't even get to pick the peppers them. I leave them and they dry out everything. So today I'm just gonna walk around, show you guys the garden and harvest at the same time. These are kales that I plant in February. Yes, in February. And they're still producing up to today. You know, there's ways, there's things you can do. I do not pull up my plants. I allow my plants to grow as long as they can. These are asparagus again. Didn't do much because it's the fourth year. So I kind of expect next year to harvest. Look at my oak. You see seeds? All this is seeds. But I got to come back with my bottle and harvest all my seeds. You see, this is collards. This plant since February still producing. The way I plant garden, guys, my garden produce for me all year round. So I'll be eating from the garden all year round. This is no joke. This is kale again. This is more kale. Look how healthy they're looking. You see? This limb pop because of the rain, and I have, you see? I have 3 peppers on top of it. These are kale, ready to harvest. All these are collards, collard greens. Look, this pepper tree have on so much pepper on top of it, but it's still small, so I'm gonna leave it. Yes, I'm going down to my favorite pepper. My favorite, never let me down one day. Italian sweet pepper. This is my favorite. This one is ripe, so I'm gonna use this one for seeds. This tree, these plants never let me down. Every time I come to these plants, they always have some kind of stuff for me. Every time. And look what's going on. They still loaded, watch. Still loaded with pepper in November. Still loaded with blossom. With blossom in November. But I already know after the frost, everything gonna go down. So I understand and I'm very grateful. This pepper tree loaded with small peppers. I plant this pepper tree every year, and the frost always hold me with a lot of small peppers. But it's all good because guess what? They produce for me all year round. I didn't even bring a container. We're in November and still able to harvest like we in the summer or something. This pepper, I'm gonna do a video because what I'm gonna do, because this pepper was so good to me, I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna do a video where I'm saving these peppers. I'm gonna dig them out the earth, cut them down, dig them out the earth and put them in a flower spot until next spring. These plants were so grateful that I refuse to watch them go to waste. So I'm gonna save their life for another year. All right guys, so let's go up here. Is that my okra tree still producing? I already grabbed some seed from them already. Look what's going on here now. There's so much pepper for me to harvest. I cannot pick them one by one. You see? So what I'm doing, I'm just popping the limbs them. I cannot harvest picking them one by one right now. You could pop the limb now because the frost soon hit them, so you ain't got to worry about the limb getting damaged. Because when that frost come, it taking everything. So this is how I'm gonna harvest this plant today. And you see these pepper on the ground, I wouldn't even pick them up. I will leave them because you will be surprised that right in this area, next spring, pepper just shooting up. You will be surprised, I'm telling you. You got to always give back to the earth. Don't try to harvest everything. Nature, with nature, you have to share. The earth gave you, you give back. Don't forget that, guys. All right, guys, so this is a harvest I now do. Look at how much pepper still leave. And I don't pop so much limb. Look how much pepper still leave. But I'm gonna take this for now. All right? So yes, guys, the thing about gardening, you got to know your plant. You got to do a lot of experiment. Because if you don't know your plant, you don't know how to take care of them. If you don't know your plant, you don't know how to treat the plant. You don't know what the plant like, so you wouldn't know what to give them. Anyhow you plant, a vegetable, a fruit tree, whatever. Anyhow you plant that, you have to make sure that you know or you expect this plant to produce a lot for you. Okay? So plant need special care. Just like how you care for the baby, the plant need that same care. Okay? You can't just plant them and walk away from them. It don't work like that. You have to pay attention to them. You have to give them the love. Okay? You got to connect to them. When you connect to them, then produce a lot more for you. If your plant does not connect to you, they're not producing. All right? Nature, you got to connect to nature. The plants connect to nature. So we have to connect to the plants. And when we connect to the plants, we connect to nature. Everything become one. You become one with the plant. So the plant understand, I have to feed you. And it will feed you. Okay? This is November. This pepper bear for months. You guys can see the amount of harvest I did. These things bear for months, and even though we're still getting some cold weather, they're not letting me down because we are connected. They connected to me, I connected to them. Look at them. Even though I'm not cleaning the ground, you still see the life in the plant. Look at them. Fresh and green. You still can see the life in the plant. All right? So they're producing so much seed. They're producing so much. So gardening, we learn every day. We don't know everything, but we learn something new every day. And if you want to learn, you got to open up your mind to learn. You cannot just shut your mind and believe you know everything. We never know everything. We always try to figure stuff out. And by figuring stuff out is by doing experiment, our own experiment. All right? Let me show you something. There was a rain, right? Rainfall. Okay? I do a video where the rain fall and break my peppers them. Okay? Pop the limbs them. You know what I did? I take the limb and I chuck it in the earth. This one that popped from right here, if you could see. I take it and I plant it here. The other one up there that pop as well, I take it and I plant it here. Don't you know? Look what's going on here. From that limb. That's experiment. So you could pop your pepper and replant the limb. And they could produce for you. So there's a lot of things in the garden, guys, we have to learn. Okay? I'm going to do a video showing you guys how I'm going to be doing this pepper, because I refuse to allow this pepper tree to go to waste. After giving me such a production, after producing so much for me, I refuse to watch them go to waste. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to winter them. I'm going to take off all the leaves and I'm going to clip them there and clip them there, clip off all the leaf and put them in a flower spot and put them in an area where the winter is not hitting them. So guys, if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the channel. If you did not hit the notification bell, hit the notification bell so you can get, you can get more videos like this. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Peace and love to all. Blessing. One love.